According to the National Institutes of Health, over 23 million Americans suffer from autoimmune disease, and the prevalence is rising. Biologic discovery leads to new treatments and new ways to empower and improve the lives of people taking these advanced therapies.
In the broadest sense, biologic treatments are medicines that are produced in or extracted from living sources. Good examples include monoclonal antibodies, vaccines, and even whole blood. They are complex structures with many building blocks, including sugars, proteins, cells, and tissues. Most commonly today, biologics are produced from living cell cultures in a laboratory. Now, this requires rigorous control of the manufacturing process from start to finish and is even sensitive to small changes in raw materials. So in order to ensure that a patient receives a safe and effective treatment, it is necessary to control quality and consistency. Additionally, because biologics are large and complex, they cannot be copied exactly. This is in direct contrast to small molecules. For example, aspirin, which is much simpler, is chemically produced and can be duplicated exactly.
As a world leader in the development of therapies for chronic immune diseases, Janssen Biotech is dedicated to improving the health of these patients through their innovation, commitment, and education to address unmet needs.
J-Labs, as a part of Johnson & Johnson Innovation, seeks to source and accelerate the best science, no matter where it comes from, no matter what stage of development it's at, so that it can become a breakthrough solution for patients who need it. So to accelerate that innovation, we provide access to education, labs, venture, partnerships, expertise around R&D, manufacturing, commercialization, growth services. What Janssen Biotech does is it says, here's the important unmet medical needs that need solutions. This is what we need to tackle. And we take them and we put them in front of an audience of innovators globally, and we say, okay guys, here's the mission. Go after the target. So when we work with Janssen Biotech and innovators, what we focus on doing is bringing the best of both of them together.
Janssen Biotech is dedicated to improving the lives of patients with serious, life-altering diseases. In the area of immunology, for example, we're focused on 3 distinct areas where the disease burden is great. Gastroenterology, with a focus on Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. Dermatology, with a focus on psoriasis. And finally, rheumatology, specifically rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, and psoriatic arthritis.
Crohn's disease is an inflammatory bowel condition that affects the small bowel and beginning of the colon, but can affect any part of the gastrointestinal tract. Melvin Allen is one of 700,000 Americans living with Crohn's disease.
I first felt the symptoms of Crohn's in college. I felt abdominal pain on and off for about a good year or so. The symptoms started to cause me not to want to be able to do anything. When you get those initial symptoms of stomach pain, I just wanted to lay in bed and curl up and not move.
After talking with his gastroenterologist, Melvin began treatment with a biologic therapy.
And lo and behold, it has significantly reduced the amount of flare-ups that I have with Crohn's disease. My life is tremendously different. I'm able to participate in activities and not have to fear about, am I going to have a flare-up right now? If I hadn't found the treatment that I'm on today, my life would probably be roller coaster-ish. Good days, bad days.
Johnson & Johnson Innovation partners with Janssen Biotech to develop new drugs for the treatment of autoimmune and immunology by developing partnerships with academic researchers, entrepreneurs, and emerging companies that need our help, either through investment dollars, partnership skills, or specialized equipment to accelerate their drug discovery processes. We provide innovation centers, which are locally placed where innovation is being most developed, for instance, in Silicon Valley, in Boston, London, representing most of Europe, and in Shanghai. And each of those centers are filled with a variety of multi-talented individuals who help us strike deals and support the ecosystems around us. The J&J Innovation partners with Janssen Biotech, as it does with other parts of J&J, to match up the scientists at academic institutions, the entrepreneurs who are starting new companies and emerging companies themselves to bring their products forward. And we do that through bringing in our toolkit, which is either investment dollars, expertise, partnership, and certain types of specialized equipment to help these drug discoverers move their products into the clinical testing phase, where J&J can be most helpful to them in moving those products globally. It's that toolkit, if you will, that helps us drive innovation and solve for what are frequently the missing elements at each market to help these companies and entrepreneurs move their science forward.
By fostering a stronger understanding of the complexities of delivering biologic therapies to patients, we hope to make a difference for those living with chronic autoimmune diseases every day.
There's still a tremendous amount of unmet medical need for people with autoimmune diseases, and we're committed to finding those important advances and translating them into new treatments. And we can do that using our model of bringing innovation partnerships to investigators, bringing investment dollars to young companies that need working capital to move their businesses forward, and bringing the scale of Johnson & Johnson to advance those products globally. Every day you wake up and you find a new opportunity to make a difference in someone's life, and you realize that it's done in a partnership with the people around you and the companies that help bring those products together.
We envision leading the way in a world free of immune and inflammatory diseases. Science will lead the way. This exciting development will have dramatic and far-reaching implications for patients, communities, and even the healthcare system at large around the world. Janssen will lead in this area by dedicating our research platforms to deliver the next generation of transformational medical innovation.
For more information, visit www.janssen.com.